Russ is not the same guy, but he's playing well enough to win. He's playing good football.
Well, like we said, with a guy like Sean Payton next to him, my heart was beating a little bit. I was like, Sean's not going to make me look like a jackass, is he? There's no way my boy Sean's going to make me look insane. All right, so sure enough, you're starting to see what I knew that the Sean Payton era Broncos were going to look like.
Oh, that's what I just knew at some point it was going to turn a corner because like, no way this is Sean
Payton. There's no way this dude frauded me out. Like, bro, no way Drew. Shot. Like, I knew Drew was the GOAT, man, but like, I didn't think Drew was holding it down like that where he made Sean not look like a fraud. But no, sure enough, that wasn't the narrative. Sean's not a fraud. I'm very happy to say. I'm very happy to see. And I think this is the, I used the word like continuity you were going to see from the Broncos. Like, good, very good. I don't want to use the word stout, but very consistent defense.
Yeah.
Like, very like smart situational offense. That's the Broncos now, I would say. Like, they've turned into a very situationally, I don't want to say dominant, but they're a good situational football team. They play things the way they should play them. They address situations the way the situation should be addressed. And when you don't have maximum talent, I think it's about all you can do. Where the Broncos are very much in that middle of the road kind of like situation. If you're a Broncos fan, you've got to feel ecstatic about this. Like, you're nowhere where you need to be to go make the run, but you say to yourself, like, hold on a minute, we got the guy to make the run with. Now we just got to make some shit shake over the next 2 years.
I mean, Russ is currently tied for third for amount of touchdowns, and in terms of quarterbacks starting 10 games, he is tied with Derek Carr for the least amount of picks with 4. Like, Russell Wilson is playing very good, efficient offense.
He's, like we said, he's not moonball Russ anymore.
No.
It's like you can guys, they over the career they lose some things, but the great ones will adjust some things, right? And it's like with Russ, I feel like he lost the moonball, but then last year he was very stubborn on it. It was like he was like ready to take that step at being more just like, I'm gonna check it down more. I'm going to my first open guy. I'm not gonna get too fucking, what's the word I'm looking for here? Greedy.
Yeah.
That was him last year. A little too greedy, a little too, I'm still moonball Russ. It's like he had that moment in his head. He said, no. Moonball Russ, he's done.
I think that was Peyton
he's like, I was Moonball Russ. And I always remember it. I always remember those days. Like, Moonball Russ existed. He doesn't exist anymore.
Once Russ stopped kissing babies, he started playing well. I think it has a lot to do with Sean Payton. But in reality, honestly, they need to piss test Courtland Sutton. What the fuck has he been on these last couple of weeks? He has been playing out of his fucking mind.
I think what's funny is this always was Courtland Sutton. I think it's so hard to trust him because of we know his injury history.
Yeah.
But this has always been Courtland Sutton. Like, when he's out there and he's healthy, man.
He's had a touchdown in the last 5 games.
1-on-1, it's like a guy like Courtland, the way he's built, it's damn hard to defend him. This has always been him. I mean, he's got great body control, great hands. He's a QB's dream when he's healthy. That 6'4", damn near 240 frame. I mean, it's like you cannot teach that type of stuff.
No.
Courtland Sutton is in an unteachable talent range. You just got to be out there healthy.
It was a good day for the Broncos on offense. They also played decent on defense. The Vikings also had a pretty good day on offense. Josh Dobbs, pretty good. Like, Josh Dobbs, you cannot, like, bro, 2,200 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions on the year. Like, you can't complain about that.
No, not at all. And I'd say, too, like, if you're a Vikings fan, you've got to be very happy, I feel like, about how the run games look recently. Like, yeah, look, that's why I think it's weird, is if I told you that you guys rushed for almost like 180? Yeah, like almost 180 on the day. Didn't feel like it. But when you can do that consistently, you have a chance to win almost any game. And it's like, I feel like start off a little slower.
Their offensive line like really found their groove, I will say.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you really were struggling with this early on. Now you're starting to get into a little bit of a flow. And when Josh Dobbs is coming into his own and he's going to be feeling out the ropes, that's exactly what you need to happen. You got to take a security blanket, throw it on him. It's exactly what you guys did.
The Vikings have the best pass block and the 6th best run block, according to PFF. So
the O-line has definitely been coming together.
The top 3 teams for pass block are Vikings, Lions, Packers.
I'd say like the Vikings are in a territory too, where they have, I'd say, a lot of young guys that they've added recently. I'd say you could say offense and defense, but where you got to give them shouts out. On the defensive side of the ball, I got to give my shouts to Ivan Pace, undrafted linebacker, playing great this year. Cameron Bynum, young safety, playing great. Mekhi Blackman, rookie corner, playing really, really good. Like this new regime has been really, really hitting on the draft picks. Where I said, I was so sure that they were going to have to hit this rebuild, but hold on, maybe, just maybe, they've been hitting these last few drafts so well that these guys that are so young are going to step right in. Maybe I was a little wrong. Again, I'm always getting my wrongs. The Vikings just maybe still have enough ammo in the tank that whole competitive rebuild they're going for, I think they might just be able to still stay on that.
I agree. I mean, they already have like the top skill positions, TJ and Justin, and then they added Jordan Addison.
Daniel Hunter's playing like an all-pro this year for the first time. He's always been playing a really good player. Now he's playing like an all-pro. So
12
it's like
sacks on the year.
he's an absolute beast.
Too bad he's going to be a Bear next year. Anyway,